What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Too Many Frames, the show where we talk about video games, anime, and everything else in between. So today's episode is going to be a recap of basically everything that I missed out on for the past 2 weeks, since I so foolishly decided that it would be a good idea to hold everything off until Pokemon Day and, just catch up later or just make separate videos. No, I'm just gonna make it all one video. We could go ahead and speed run through a lot of the stuff that I kind of missed that I did want to touch on, but we could go ahead and talk about all the other Pokemon stuff at the very end. So, quick news speedrun. Marvel Rivals team ended up letting go a support team from Seattle only a couple months after the game was out, and it's seemingly due to the fact that they want to capitalize on profits and save money and deemed the support team not necessary. The people that were affected are currently looking for jobs, and the news did not make any of the fans happy, but they ended up forgetting shortly after because the Human Torch and the Thing were added only a few days later. Other Marvel news, the DC and Marvel editors-in-chief made a statement that we will be seeing 2 comic collabs titled Marvel DC and DC Marvel later this year. It has been roughly 20 years since the first one, and they seem to be hinting at some crazy things happening in the books, so we'll just have to stay tuned for that. Twitch just recently announced that they will be implementing a 100 gigabyte storage limit on VODs and highlights starting on April 14th. A lot of people are not happy about this since a lot of their playthroughs are effectively on Twitch, so people are now starting to try to back up their VODs to YouTube in an attempt to keep their history for their viewers. Seems like Twitch is making my choice of only streaming on YouTube look better and better every single day. In other news, Tekken 8 released a trailer for Anna Williams earlier this week, with her releasing on March 31st for early access owners and April 3rd later on in the week. Some people weren't really a fan of her redesign in comparison to her original design, but I think she looks fine, especially when you take into account that her OG outfit is still an outfit that she's able to use, so there's really no issue. Warner Brothers Games are shutting down Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and Warner Brothers San Diego, and apparently canceling the long-awaited Wonder Woman game. There seems to be a pattern of Warner Brothers in order to save them some money on taxes. The real devastating part was the fact that the Nemesis system will be lost to time until the patent for it is up in 2036. This system was used in Shadow of Mordor, where the enemies will remember you killing them and will come back with like some sort of a vengeance. A player was banned indefinitely after cheating in a Fortnite tournament and was forced by the company to make an apology video. It's to donate all of the prize money to charity and will never be able to participate in a tournament again. I honestly didn't think that Fortnite got down like that, but I guess they do. And finally, for the news that I missed out on, we are getting more news on the new Avatar series that should be releasing relatively soon. It's about an earthbender who finds out she's the Avatar in a world that hates the Avatar due to whatever the hell Korra did. While having to learn the 4 elements, the new Avatar will travel with her long-lost twin and save Seven Haven. Look, I'm a fan of Avatar, so I will be tuning into this as soon as we get more information on it. Right before we talk about all the Pokemon stuff, I just want to go ahead and ask anybody that has the Laker Luffy shirt that was at the Laker game the other day, please mail it to me. Like, I really want that. Like, that's like the one shirt that I that I actually want from a Laker game. Okay, Pokemon time. Whether you skipped all the way to just get to this one point or you watched all the way through, I appreciate it. I know it wasn't really that long of an episode, but we did kind of condense all that information into like a little bit of, bite-sized chunks. But from here on out, it's gonna be Pokemon news all the way. So let's go ahead and get started. They started off with an announcement of Pokemon Concierge and then showed us nothing but mobile games for like 10 minutes, which I fully expected with that one prediction video that I made. But the coolest mobile game showcase I saw was the new Arceus pack, and I didn't even get anything from it. Like, I didn't get any full art EXs. Like, I don't know, is it karma because I got like all those good cards in the other one? Maybe, but I'm out of the game right now. But it's fine though, because we are going to be getting ranked, so I can finally have a reason to stream the game on the channel. And other than that, we did get a brand new Pokemon game, Pokemon Champions. This game is seemingly going to be a battle simulator with every mechanic that we've had up until this point, and maybe the future. Depending on how this game works, it could potentially be the new way that the Pokemon World Championships handle the VGC. I'm very hopeful that they make the game feel like more like Battle Revolution, while also making it fun for single player modes. I would love to see all the modes we know and love, like the triple battles, the rotation battles, the sky battles, the inverse battles, and battle royale, and more. I think it would make the most sense to have a mode where other trainers from other Pokemon games could enter as like a challenge type mode. For example, having all of the Sinnoh gym leaders show up in sort of like a Sinnoh League challenge and they all have like revised teams that are updated in terms of like move sets or just something that are more like competitive but like also adapted for VGC. Well, I think that would be really, really cool. And you can kind of like sort of run a gauntlet against them. So you start off with like Rourke, and then you go up to like Gardenia, and then all that other stuff, and then you know you just keep going on and on until you beat all the gym leaders, and then maybe eventually even the champion as well. I think in terms of potential content for this game, the sky's the limit. I'll probably have a more detailed video about champions going out soon, so go ahead and keep an eye out for that. Now, last but definitely not least, we need to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. Right off the bat, I want to say this game looks fantastic, at least in comparison to the last game that we got. I'm very excited to see how Pokemon Company changes things with this game going forward. I know a lot of people were not rocking with the starters that we got, but I think that there is something interesting about having a starter that you don't necessarily want to use. This game might make you like them a little bit more, and you might have a new appreciation for them. Sorry, in terms of new megas, I'm hoping that the OG Kalos starters actually get something, and maybe even the new starters we have, although it would be a little bit weird to have Totodile and Chikorita get megas, but not Cyndaquil. And same with Oshawott and Snivy being left out when Tepig gets a mega evolution. Even though I guess Oshawott did get Hisui and Samurott, but I mean, it's not really the same thing. We did get an introduction to some of the characters, and while everyone thinks Quasartico are going to be the villains, I feel like we have way too many fake outs in the series, like with Lusamine and Rose. I feel like a third fake out would honestly just be too expected and kind of a slap in the face. Like, you really think we're gonna fall for this shit a third time? Like a team that seems to be like a bunch of good guys that turn out to actually be bad guys. Like, we've seen it all before. But you know, looking at the characters, you want to know something? The secretary Vinny, he looks awfully familiar. Wait. You want to know what this nigga looks like low key? Oh, it all makes sense now. All right, listen, hear me out. At the end of the game, what if Lysander didn't die, right? Think about it. AZ used the ancient weapon to destroy the whole world and make himself immortal, right? Lysander did the same thing, but he just up and disappears? That shit makes no sense. Lysander is just the mirror of AZ. The mirror of AZ, ZA, Lysander. Oh my God. All right, if you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and leave a like and make sure to comment and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode of Too Many Frames. Peace out.